Good evening, people. Happy Saturday evening. We got 2 8 balloons or 1 8 balloon. We've got 2 8 balloons in the background there because we had Caden's birthday party, who's Linda's nephew, here the other day, right? But I've just had a really good day. I've been in town at Jamie White's Death Start Summit. It was really good, and I just seen somebody writing something on. I'm gonna close this laptop. I just seen somebody writing something there. I seen one of my friends writing something, asking one of my other friends for some thoughts or some guidance about people giving you hate online, right? And I was gonna just do a little message in my group, but you know what? I said I think like if one person that's not in my group sees this video and takes a little bit, so I think it'd be a good deed for them to let them even hear it, you know. But the way I see these things is, and actually, you know what? I'm not even drinking water tonight. There, I've got a glass here, but no water. There it is, there, right? But let me tell you, it's in the last few years, I think, like since TripAdvisor and what's the other one? TripAdvisor and basically where everybody leaving reviews there, right? So what's happened now all of a sudden is that people. Good evening, there, McKelly. Good evening, Ollie Brady. Hold on a sec there. I need to get some water, you know. So look, yeah, what you need to understand is that things have changed in the last few years, and they haven't changed enough to the point where everybody's used to deal with them and stuff like that, right? So this is what you need to do. This is what I think. This is what I think you should do. Everybody now knows that some little keyboard warrior can be and people will take their comments, like it can affect your business or whatever you want to call it, but it can affect your business if people think all that sort of stuff, right? But reviews are cheap. Anybody can do reviews and stuff like that, right? Anybody can write comments. But if somebody is writing something about you or your business online and it's anyway true, you better deal with it, right? Because it's not hate. You can't call every complaint about your service hate, okay? But in my opinion, when somebody wants something fixed, they don't take to the internet. They ring the people and say, hey, listen, we got a kitchen, we have a problem here, we got floors done, we have a problem, right? When somebody just decides to write something, that's hate, right? But generally speaking, in my opinion, a reasonable person will call you first, and after if they don't get what they want, then they'll be annoyed and they'll write stuff like that, right? The other thing, so just like if you're bad at your job, you better get better, because you're going to get found out straight off, right? And you can't call everybody that complains about you doing a job wrong, you can't call them haters. They're not haters, they're your clients. So if you've done something and it's not 100%, go and rectify it straight away, right? Now, when somebody writes hate on your... when somebody writes literally proper hate on your about you or whatever else, then that's a different story altogether, you know. So the way I propose that you deal with that is, first of all, in my opinion, what I see is that the people that write rants and hates about this guy today, or this company today, they're the same people who've been writing rants and hates 6 months ago about someone else, or 3 months ago, or 3 weeks ago, and they'd be writing the same thing about somebody else, right? So I would be of the opinion that you don't need to be worried about them, because generally speaking, the only people that see the things that they write is the people that they know, and these people know what they're like as it is. Like, look, I would say I know when it pops up on my timeline, but it doesn't pop up on my timeline. You write a big scally message about somebody that I just think is complete hatred, I'm blocking you straight away. Actually, I'll tell a lie. I'm unsubscribing to your message straight away, so I'll never see anything from it again, right? So I can't say that, but I unsubscribe to people because I see stuff that they're just constantly complaining all the time, right? But don't be wasting your time getting into with people and all that sort of stuff. Nowadays, everybody has a voice, as I said, but it's just a bigger deal for you than it is for them, if that makes sense, you know? So you're horrified because you're out there building a brand, doing a good job, trying your absolute best, and somebody goes with that. Unfortunately, you're going to get it. You're going to get it in this day and age. Everybody's right. So just keep the head, message them, ask them, Mr. Ant, you can do to sort it out for them. If they don't go back to you, and to be honest, you should probably not even message them, because at this stage, you would normally have spoken to them either way. But if they're writing something, so this is what I do, right? If somebody writes something that's hateful on my comment, I get loads of people sending me mad stuff, right? I delete it. If they're writing something that's a little bit kind of 50-50, cheeky, smart, I respond to them in a light-hearted way, in which case then they usually respond in a light-hearted way, and then we're friends, right? But if they write something that's a bit cheeky and I respond in a light-hearted way, and then they respond with something cheeky, smart, hateful again, I just block them straight away. I don't even get into it, you know. Don't allow something, like your headspace needs to be kept exclusively vacant for new opportunities, right? Your headspace needs to be kept vacant so that you can take in new opportunities. Keep it clear, right? If you start sending stuff back and forth, it's going to get you wound up, which means if you, and then you won't be able to keep an eye out for the new opportunity. So don't get into it, you know. And there's a little thing that came into my head there, right? Earlier on when I was thinking about this. There's a film there, it's either a film called Ants or A Bug's Life. It's one or the other, right? And basically there's a line of ants and they're all walking down the road and a leaf just falls down, right? And the ant is screaming, no, I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm lost. Right? So he's basically saying, I'm lost, what am I going to do? And there was a big line of ants and this leaf, just a simple little leaf fell in the way and it blocked out, right? And basically he needs somebody to come over and say, no, don't worry, you just go around the leaf, right? But like, if you're this little tiny ant, and this leaf falls in your way, that's a big deal, right? So if you are this little tiny, very small-minded person, and somebody else comes in and writes something bad about you, it's going to bother you. But if you're a bigger person and you're comfortable in your own skin, and you know you're doing a good job, and you know that you're not out to rip anyone off, and you know that you're not out to do no harm, and you also know that you're not perfect, right? You don't need to worry about these little comments and these different things, you know. If anything, you should probably have a few people just give you some good comments. So like, if you look at someone and you have 100% positive feedback, you're like, come on, that's a fake profile, something's not right there. Everybody has a little bit of, you know, there'll be 30 5-star reviews and you might have one that'll put in either a 4-star review or a 1-star review, right? Don't worry about it. Keep doing your job. Keep doing your job no matter what, you know. If they write on your page, engage positively once, and if they don't re-engage positively, block them immediately. Do not get into with them. Do not have conversations. Do not have arguments with you. It's gonna wind you up. The biggest amount of hate I got, believe it or not, right? The biggest amount of hate I got was when I was giving stuff away. Would you believe that? Giving stuff away. So when I was giving stuff away, I attracted a certain type of person onto my Facebook page. They didn't win. They wrote in groups about me that I wasn't even giving prizes away and all that sort of stuff. People that see me all the time over in Power City buying iPads, right? Then I've got one down there on the table to give away. Now for the next giveaway on Instagram. Then I gave away €500 cash to some lady. I made her come stand right there and I took a picture. And somebody commented, that must be his sister, because nobody would give away €500 note the week before Christmas, you know. So these people are small-minded people that are never really going to amount to anything positive if that's the way they keep behaving, right? So if we're running a business, if we're creating a brand, if we're trying to build an empire, if these people who have this voice, if we take the small position and allow them to be big, we're not going to go anywhere, right? But we're bigger than that. We're better than that. We know that we're gonna like take a few punches here and there throughout our business, so we just roll with it. And the other thing is, right? And this is the other thing, and this is for anybody who doesn't have their own business. Let me get a drink here, right? You wouldn't believe the amount of bottles of water I drank today. I swear to God. Let me tell you something here, right? So, if you don't have your own business, right? And if you won't be on this page if you're the type of person to be giving grief to anybody, right? But if you don't have your own business, right, and you somehow, for one reason or other, once or twice in your life, decide to be the type of person to say, you're an asshole, right? You're an idiot. That's shit. That's ridiculous. All this, to give some kind of negative comment or non-positive comment. Let me tell you, a real business owner, a real entrepreneur, a real self-employed person, a real person who's a go-getter, right? Every name that you can call them or every single thing that you can tell them your business is crap, your idea is crap, every single thing that you can tell them and you feel like telling them at that exact moment in time, they've already told themselves that thousands of times before, right? So there's like anybody that's a successful business owner and entrepreneur, they will never encounter a bigger critic than themselves. 100%, I guarantee it. Tell me if you're right on that. Who is your biggest critic? Who is the most hardest person on you? Who is the toughest person to you about your business, about what you eat, about your relationship, about your friends, about everything? Because I'll tell you here now, there is nobody that I have encountered that has said harsher words to me or has pushed me harder or put me into a situation where I felt worse than myself, right? So that is me 100%. So you can tell me, Joe, what happens? Joe, you're an asshole going around trying to buy all them houses. What if this happens? What if the recession happens? Let me tell you, every fucking single doomsday scenario that you can think of, I've already had that going around my head 1,000 times, right? And I've listened to them all 1,000 times each before I've either signed the contract on the dotted line to buy the house, or before I've spent any money, or before I've done anything. You know, if I'm going to set up a new business, or if I'm going to run a new program or anything like that, I have ran every possible conceivable thing that I can see going wrong in this whole world, including if a war breaks out, right? What if Trump presses the button, right? Every single thing to the point where it gets ridiculous, right? I've thought of that already. What are people going to say? What are people going to say? What are people going to say? What would people say to me if they do that? What would people say if that happens? Listen, I know. I've said it to myself 1,000 times. Joe, do you know if that doesn't work out, you're going to look like an asshole? Yes. That's why I need to up my efforts to make sure it does work out and I don't look like an asshole. You know, that's why, you know, when people say that's a scam, what the fuck do people tell me I'm a scam, right? Man, so now listen, I'm not having a rant about these people because they don't exist in my eyes at all whatsoever. But I'm just telling you there, right? I don't believe, I can't say nobody, but I don't believe anybody who is somebody who is actually out there making their way in the world, right? I don't think anybody can say something to them that's disrespectful or that puts them down in any way that they haven't said it to themselves already, you know? So that's my thoughts on that, guys, right? So we've got the guys who comment on your page trying to be smart, you know, respond positively once, second time block them, boom, gone, don't get into it with them again, right? That's it. So we've got those guys, right? The people then that are abusive, we don't pay attention to them. The dudes there that are crying and whinging because someone said a smart comment about them dudes are the little ant that gets their path blocked by the leaf, okay? And the leaf is the hater, and the block and the ant is the person in question, right? So we need to be bigger than the ant, bigger than the leaf. Listen, I'll be bigger than fucking everybody, right? Because that's my plan, that's my mission. I'm happy to say that. Is that cocky? No, it's fucking true, right? Is that arrogant? Maybe. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm planning, right? So I don't allow myself to get caught up by any small-mindedness at all whatsoever, right? And I strongly advise every single one of you. And I'll tell you, even when I come in my house, right? I have such big plans that I let everything slide with my family, with my house. Anything that's not really important to the big picture, whatever darling, whatever Demi, whatever Ma, whatever Molly and Milo, whatever you want, you can have. Just, you know, I'm pushing the bigger picture. But I'll leave you with that, guys. Just don't be allowing yourself to get caught in the moment of narrow-mindedness, because these people will have too much time on their hands. I have never in my life, right, and this is 100% true, I have never in my life got one comment that was not 100% positive from anybody who had more success than me. Guaranteed, and that's fact, and that's online or offline. I have never got one comment that was not 100% positive from anybody who had a lot more money than me. That's what it is, because you only get to that point, you know, and a lot more success. You only get to that point if you adapt a certain mentality. Now, so guys, listen, I'll leave that with you. The person who's kind of sweating there because somebody said something disrespectful online about their business, hopefully they see this video. If not, I'm gonna say I'm gonna send this video to you either way. And stay cool. I'll say let's say hello to a few people before we go. Actually, dudes, do me a favor. Do me a favor. If we could all hit one quick share, I would be forever grateful. If actually, you know what, have an ebook there, right? So hit share, send me a screenshot of the share, and I'll send you an ebook. Is that fair deal? Because I just had my laptop here. I had my laptop here because I was just going to download the ebook and sell it to a few people. Lou Ford, how you doing, my friend? Colin Conley, what's he saying? He's already on his 8th can of Stella Al. Damien, keep up the good work, great energy. Thank you, Damien. Hope you're keeping well. Alan Kirby, hope you're having a beer after that week, pal. I've got 1.5 litres of water here and I've 2 more bottles there. Shane McGinnis said, I had a fake profile do it before, but knew who it was by the way they texted. Yeah, wouldn't be. To be honest, unless you have somebody creating a fake profile for you, you're not doing a good job. Unless somebody's copying you, you're not doing a good job. Who else is saying some comments here? Gav Murphy, thank you for your comments, my man. Thank you for your comments, Paddy O'Mara, Alan Clabby, and Brendan Farrell. Right, dudes. I got Ray Dolan from Mullingar, down in Mullingar. Good stuff, man. Owen Glennon, how you doing, bud? We got everyone there. We have everyone in here. We don't want them. Hi, Thomas William Crofts. Gav Murphy. Mad Saturday night, Al. What's this here? 4 cans of Hino, but well deserved, pal. Thanks for today. Faith in humanity. Lads, you can't be celebrating just because it's the weekend. What have you achieved today? Daniel Egan. You know that was me beeping at you at the train station there today, don't you? Daniel lives in Galway or something, and I was like, that's Daniel. Please tell me that was you, because I was beeping and waving like mad. That was you, wasn't it, man? Tell me it was you, Daniel, because I was like, beep beep, giving the thumbs up and all. You and Gav done a bit of work together. Oh, good stuff, guys. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to kill this video because I've one more little message, but I want the message to be on its own, right?